Hello guys. Congratulations for the Gunners fans for being on Premier League top spot. In this video, we will learn the secrets of Arsenal's victory over Wolverhampton, how Martinelli was the common factor and how he was the most influential in Martin Odegaard's 2 goals. Also we will see when Wolves were very dangerous and the reasons behind that. We start with Arsenal without the ball. The most important thing about this team is that they play as a team with one heart. Example 1, everyone quickly goes back and it is Martinelli who cuts the ball from Adama Traoré. Example 2, all supports each other. Saliba came out of his place to press with Ben White on Neves, and meanwhile Thomas Partey returned to cover Saliba's place inside the penalty area. While Jesus returns, Saka and Martin Odegaard defend on the 18th line, and this is something that makes scoring against Arsenal very difficult because the numerical superiority most of the time is in favour of Mikel Arteta's team. How Arteta's Arsenal managed to prevent Wolverhampton from building attacks most of the time. Example 1, high pressure on the ball carrier and watching man-to-man passing options. Saka puts pressure on Bueno. Ben White steps up putting pressure on the left back. Odegard with Neves. Partey with Moutinho. Choka with Traoré. As Saliba steps up and pressure gauges. Then he succeeds in cutting the ball and regaining possession for Arsenal, and we didn't see Wolverhampton coming out with the ball from behind, except for the 7th minute play. Collins passes to Neves, who is pressured by Martin Odegaard. But Neves with one-touch passes to Semedo. Semedo comes back after being pressured by Zinchenko. Collins takes his time on the ball because all the passing options are superbly monitored by Arsenal. He then decides to pass to Traoré. Semedo escapes from Zinchenko, receives Traoré's pass and goes up with the ball. Traoré escapes from Xhaka to receive Semedo pass in the empty space. Then Arsenal continued with their known pressure, so Wolverhampton had to move the game to the centre of the field through direct passes from the goalkeeper. Example 1. Example 2. Let's us see the formation of Arsenal's possession and how dangerous they were offensively. Example 1, the original formation of 2-3-5 was changing to 3-2-5 depending mainly on Ben White's position in the first line to the right of Saliba or entering the centre of the field on the same line with Partey and Zinchenko. Search to form an advanced attacking triangles on the sides. Ben White, Odegaard, Saka, on the right side. Zinchenko, Vieira, Martinelli, on the left side. Jesus supports the play in high areas, while Thomas Partey supports the possession of his teammates by positioning with and under the line of the ball to counter the counterattack of the opponent. And the fact is that Arsenal had great difficulties breaking through Wolverhampton's 5-3-2 organised defence. So the chances were few, especially in the first half. Example 1, Saka's corner, which Gabriel received in the right place, but his header went next to the right post. A chance from an open play, Vieira advanced to the far line and passes to Zinchenko. Zinchenko plays a cross inside the box. Note the penetration of Saka with Martinelli next to Jesus. But Jesus' header was next to the left post. In the second half there were chances similar to the previous ideas, but from the right side. Saka's rise on the far end of the line, passes to full-back Ben White who advanced. Ben White plays a cross. Vieira and Martinelli enter alongside Jesus. Played by Vieira. Then it passes Martinelli, the goalkeeper intervened. In the end, Martin Odegaard missed the header, while the counterattack was the most clear weapon offensively for Arsenal. Example 1, Arsenal gets the ball back in its area. Partey passes to Zinchenko. Zinchenko goes with the ball, then passes over the line to Martinelli. Martinelli is under pressure, but he managed to keep the ball until he went deep into the field. Passing to Saka. Saka does laps and sprints. Saka passes the empty space to Jesus. Jesus stands on the ball to improve his attacking situation. Martin Odegaard appears to him and asks for the ball. But in the end Jesus' shot was on the crossbar. Example 2, Arsenal aggressive reverse pressure retrieves the ball through Jesus. Zinchenko passes to the side to speed up the offensive transition. Martinelli goes up with the ball and the duo Zinchenko and Vieira attack the half spaces. Martinelli spends his time on the ball. Decides to switch the play for Ben White. Ben White plays a cross. During the cross he noticed Martinelli advancing to attack the box with Vieira. That caused Jesus to receive the ball in a good position. But in the end the shot went past the left post. Example 3. Arsenal cuts the ball in their own areas and then Ben White plays a pass directly into the back of the Wolves' defense. Jesus receives the pass in the space. Odegard is waiting to attack the space. Jesus passes. But in the end Odegard couldn't catch the ball before Bueno. How did Arsenal score? The first goal started with a throw-in played by Zinchenko forward. Martinelli receives it under pressure from 3 players, yet he managed to keep the ball very well after rotating, dribbling and running with the ball until he reached the center of the Wolves' field. Here he cleverly decided to switch the play to escape the numerical superiority of the Wolves in the ball zone. Passing at Zinchenko. Zinchenko passes to Jesus on the far left to replace Martinelli. Vieira and Martinelli attack the space. Jesus passes to Vieira. Vieira makes a smart cross off the ground to get past the goalkeeper. Arriving to Soccer and Odegaard, but it was the captain of the team who scored the goal in the end. Second goal, again a switch from Partey to the far left to Martinelli. Lembikisa wins the ball. But Martinelli fights on the ball as usual and gets the ball back with reverse pressure. Martinelli enters with the ball to attack the box. He passes to Zinchenko in the empty space. Zinchenko plays a cross. The interesting thing here is that Arsenal attacked the box with a large number of players, which shows you the courage of this team with Arteta. They play to win and are not afraid, even though they are ahead in the score. But this courage and mastery of spreading our factors helped them to try to attack more than once, and the attack ended with another goal by Martin Odegaard. Wolves offensively. Their offensive formation is 3-2-5. The attempt to target the left side offensively to introduce Semedo and Adama Traoré in this place with Zinchenko, which is the weakest defensive side at Arsenal from Ben White's side. Example 1. Neves' pass behind Zinchenko. Example 2. A direct pass from Collins behind Zinchenko. Adama Traoré engages on the right side. Pass by Adama. Adama spends his time on the ball waiting for a pass option because of Arsenal's good defense. He passes to Traoré, but his last shot was next to the right post. When Wolves were dangerous. When they succeeds in making an offensive transition by pressing the ball carrier or after any passing error from Arsenal players. Example 1. A strong pass to Martinelli that he could not control. Wolves take advantage of quick transition. Semedo takes off and passes into the empty space. Gages shoots, but above the post. Example 2. A wrong pass from Saliba at the back. Gages cuts it and turns offensively, but Imagales intervened, which saved Arsenal from a goal, converting the ball into a corner kick. Example 3. Very fast transformation of Adama Traoré. Gages went off with him. They exchanged passes, but in the end the ball went to Arsenal keeper Ramsdale. Example 4. Another transformation from the duo Gages and Adama. Targeting the space behind Zinchenko. But in the end the attack ends with scissor kick from Podence, which passed next to the left post. Example 5. Podence presses aggressively on Zinchenko. He succeeds in cutting the ball, then a quick, but in the end, Podence's shot got saved by Ramsdale and turned the ball to a corner. Summary: Arsenal did not give the best game with the ball, but the players were able to settle the match at the best times for them with the ball. On the other hand, Wolves played a very great game on counterattack, but they missed the final touches. Thanks for watching.